Good morning, class, and welcome to another episode of video tutorials from Mr. Rutz. Today we are going to work on the traffic cone. So I want to point out that there are two different pieces that we're going to be working on, and this will require use of the revolve tool as well as the sketching tool, extrude, and dimension. The first step is to revolve the cone shape. So to do that, we're going to start a 2D sketch on the XY plane. And this is where we're going to begin. Now, if you remember, when we do something with revolve, we are making half the shape, and it's going to spin around and fill the entire thing. So if I look at the cone, half the distance from the center of the cone, let's see, the cone shape itself is 10 inches across, and I can see that in the image to the top on my paper. So to make something that's 10 inches wide, I would make something that's 5 inches wide. So I go to my line tool, make sure it's straight. You see it says 180 degrees. Type in 5. There we go. And the height of the cone, if you look at the bottom image, is 16 inches. So I'm just going to put it upwards so it's 90 degrees. Type in 16. Boom. What I did, I type and then I press enter. Now, the hole at the very top, or the flat surface, if you look at the top image, you have 14 inches, 10 inches, 3 inches. 3 inches is lined up right on the outside of that. Half of 3 is 1.5. Type it, enter. Beautiful. Now, I don't know the distance of this line, but does it matter? No. I'm just going to connect this line with this line. Now, if you got click happy and then you click escape and you lose it, you go back to line, one click, don't drag, no dragging. You're going to look for the green. That means that you're connecting to the shape. And then once again, green. I click again, and I have a closed off shape now. Finish my sketch. And now a lot of you will say, mine doesn't look like yours at this point, because you need to zoom out. If you need help, you just go home. Alright, now that we've got our shape made, we are going to revolve it. Axis is clicked, output is the shape, not just the shell, and extent full. And now we click the center because it's going to spin around the center. Looks good to me. Click OK. Great, we've got the cone. That's step 1. Step 2, I want you to draw a shape on the bottom. We are going to draw the base now. So sketch, base, beautiful. The base is a square, so I'm going to pick the rectangle tool. And since it's lined up on this, we really can just go anywhere. We're going to use the dimension tool now to line it up. So we look at the dimensions. It's 14 inches by 14 inches. I saw that by looking at the image at the top. It says 14 on the left side and then 14 all the way up at the top. Now, we have to get this centered on the cone. In order to do that, we use our dimension tool. Word of caution, do not finish your sketch. Do not. Otherwise, you will have to go back and you have to edit your sketch, and it's a lot more messy. Take your time, don't get click happy, and use the dimension tool before you finish your sketch. So I want this side to be half the distance to the circle. Alright, so I've got the circle here. I've got the shape drawn here. I'm going to click dimension. I'm going to say I want this one to focus on that. It's not right. Escape, dimension, this circle, and this edge. Perfect. If you look, this is lined up on the center, this is lined up on this. I click, 7 inches is what's on the paper. You look at the top image and it's below the shape. So I click OK. Beautiful. Now I will do the top, and I do the same circle. 7 inches. In order to do that, you click the edge, you click the center, or you click the edge of that circle. You can always press escape to retry, and you can always click undo if it doesn't work out. So, finish sketch. Looks good. We're going to extrude it. This is going to come out 1.5 inches as shown by the image at the bottom of your page. Everything looks good. Click OK. Looks good. Looking good. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to extrude. Oh, wait, no. Next, I want to show you a little tool called Shell. Now, I don't expect you to know this yet, but I figure if you're done with this assignment already, you can learn this. Shell is going to hollow out your object and turn it into a shell. There won't be any material in the center of your object after you do it. So you click Shell in the Modify section of the 3D Model tab. Make sure that Remove Faces is done. You're going to just click on the object you want hollowed out. And here, you'll see it's hollowing the shape out. It's turning it into almost like a cup. So here I got 0.25 inches. I think I changed that, actually. So yours might be different. Make sure you change it because you want your walls to be a little thick. This is the thickness of the walls. If I change that to, like 5. Yeah, well, how about I change it to 3 so you can see it. There we go. The walls are 3 inches thick. I don't want that. 0.25. Click check mark or enter, and we have hollowed out our shape. Next thing we need to do, last thing we need to do, we're going to start a sketch at the top. We're going to draw a circle. I have that dot lined up in the center there. See how it snaps? It means it's in the center. If I look, 2 inches. Typed it in, pressed enter. Now I finished my sketch, and now I'm going to extrude it into the object. Boom. Look at that. Beautiful. Perfect. Done. Save this to your Google Drive. Attach it to the assignment. Hope you enjoyed. Also, shout out to Ryan today. Shout out to Ryan. You did a good job the other day catching up on your stuff. It made me proud, so I hope you get it this far in the video. Goodbye.